Eve. I love going on cruises with my family. I want to help you plan a cruise.
So in today's episode, we're going to be planning things that you can bring on your cruise that will really make cruising a lot more awesome, right? Like, so if you're a first-time cruiser or you've cruised a lot before, we've got 13 tips to share with you today, or 13 items that are compact, small, but also cheap that you can bring along with you on your cruise. So, Eve, what is our first item that you recommend?
Wrinkle releaser.
Awesome. Wrinkle releaser is a great idea. You may not have an iron, you may not have a steamer, but you've got those clothes and they're packed in your suitcase and they're super tight and wrinkled and small, and what are you going to do on that fancy dinner night? Well, you spray a little of this wrinkle releaser here that Evie's got. It makes them smell fresh, and it also removes those wrinkles, and you can hang them up in the closet, let them stand there for just a little bit of time, and they'll come out looking great. Great tip, Eve. Awesome. Well, Eve, what is your number 2 tip?
Bathroom spray.
Bathroom spray is a good idea. On those cruises, you are going to be in tight corridors sometimes. Sometimes, someone has to go to the bathroom. Sometimes they got to go number 2, right, Eve? Does that smell good or bad? It smells bad. Let's be honest. So you bring a little bit of this poopery with you, is what Eve is showing you today, or just some sort of small, compact bathroom spray. Throw that in your backpack, throw that in your suitcase, and that'll take care of some of those smells. And we specifically have one called Beach Bum, so very specific to the cruising vibes, right? All right, Eve, what's tip number 3?
Magnetic hooks.
Magnetic hooks. All right, you want to show us one of those? Excellent. These are super small things you can get on Amazon. You can get 6 or 12 for just a couple bucks. A lot of the walls in the cruises are in your cabin is actually metal, so you can pop these on the wall and hang up your towel, your lanyard, your hats, your extra clothes, your wet things from the pool. But this is a great way to just keep the floors nice and clean so that everything's tidy, but also give you a little bit more extra storage space using these great metal hooks. Great tip, Eve. Awesome. All right, what is tip number 4?
Freezer bags.
Freezer bags. Excellent. Hold one up there and demonstrate it. Yeah, freezer bags are great. We always throw a couple of these in. These are great for wet clothes. Coming back from your beach day, you can also pack in these as well. So you can pack your medicines, pack any kind of liquids, pack your toiletries. If you go to the beach, you find some seashells, you can pack those seashells in there. If you go through the buffet, one thing that we sometimes do, but if you go through the buffet and you want to take an extra cookie back to your cabin, these freezer bags are a great tip for that, right? So then you can have cookie in your cabin, right? What a great idea. Oh, you can even bring some snacks from home in your freezer bag. So great tip, Eve. Freezer bags are always a good idea. Versatile, right? All right, Eve, what is tip number 5?
Power strip.
Power strip, awesome. We've got 2 to show you today. This one right here is just one that will plug into your wall, so you can see the back of that, how it plugs straight in. We also have one of these, and we haven't actually taken this on the cruise yet. That's what we used before. We've got this one now, though. This has got a little bit of cord that wraps up right around it, and then you can see that it's also got some USB-C outlets here as well. So we're excited to bring this one on our next cruise. You haven't seen that yet, have you? Awesome. All right, that's another great tip, Eve. All right, so those first 5 tips were awesome. Now we're going to move into our next set of tips for you here. Eve, what is your next recommendation for something that you can bring on that cruise?
Portable charger.
Portable charger is always a good idea, right? We don't have one of those to show you today, but we do have 2 compact ones that we like to throw in Eve's backpack right here on her wheelchair. And that's always good. A lot of cruises have created an app now. You're going to be taking lots of pictures. Sometimes your phone might jump into roaming, so it may kill your battery, right, during this experience. So it's always good to just have a little portable charger to keep that bad boy charged up. All right, Eve, that was number 6. What's number 7 for us? Bring an extra water bottle. So here we have one that we just like to throw in our bag. I like to have just 2 extra of those just in case. You're in the Caribbean. It's super hot. You might not be used to that in nice warm weather. So, all right, Evie, what is your tip number 8 that you want to recommend for today?
Coffee tumbler.
You drink coffee? No. No, but her dad does. I like to drink extra coffee. And they do supply great coffee cups on the cruise, but maybe you just want to go sit on the deck. You want to watch the waves go by and you don't want to run out of coffee, right? So I like to bring an extra tumbler. That way it just keeps it nice and warm if I am traveling to a different part of the boat. I'm not having to worry about it spilling if there's a little bit of wave. So I like to use my tumbler. Okay, Eve, what is your next tip for today?
Light source.
A light source. All right, so we have an example of one here. You can use tea lights as well, or you can use these little glow sticks. So our tip for this is throw one of these in the bathroom at nighttime. If you go to the bathroom at nighttime, it's going to light up the whole room and it's going to wake up everybody, right? So a good idea is you just break one of these, throw it in the bathroom at night somewhere. You know, it gives enough light to light up that bathroom, but it doesn't disturb anyone from sleeping. Right, Eve? Right, yeah. So light sticks, also a tea light will work for that, and you can get either one of those options for a couple bucks at your local store. All right, Eve. That was tip number 8. I'm sorry, tip number 9. What's tip number 10?
Rain poncho.
A rain poncho. So she's got one here to demonstrate. This is a nice, really big one. Do you remember that time we were in Bimini and it started pouring the rain? Oh my gosh, we'll throw a picture in there so you can see it. It was pouring the rain, and you never know. Caribbean weather can sometimes be a little surprising. So we've got an example of a rain poncho here. You can get cheaper ones though at your local store. Walmart sells them for just a couple of dollars. So rain poncho is always a good idea to just have handy, right? Yeah. Awesome. All right, Eve, what's tip number 11?
Tide pen.
A Tide pen. Great idea. Now we don't have one of those to show you today, but they're always a good idea to have handy just in case you spill something. You know, even if you're doing those fancy dinner nights and you want to wear that fancy white button-up shirt one night, but you're also going to wear it 2 or 3 nights later with a different color outfit or whatever. If you happen to spill something on it, you're doomed. You're in trouble, right? So a little Tide pen will clean it right up. Tide pens always keep things tidy though, right? All right, that's tip number 11. Eve, tell us tip number 12.
Cooling towel.
Cooling towel. You get really hot when we go on cruises, don't you? Or just in the summer, don't you? So we like to take a little cooling towel for Eve, just wrap around her neck or even around her head, especially on the days when we're chilling at the pool or wherever. So we do highly recommend cooling towels, don't we? Yep. Awesome. We've got a couple of them, don't we? Or the little cooling necks. We got a little neck fan for you. That also comes in handy. That's a bonus tip for them, right? Yep. Awesome. What's your last tip for today, Eve?
Small fan.
A small fan. You want to hold them up and show the example that we have here? Excellent. So here's our example of a small fan. We've got this one. You notice it also has a USB port at the end. Some of the cabins will actually have a USB port, so we can plug this right in. This serves 2 purposes. First, you know, cabins can get a little stuffy. You don't always have the best climate control going on, especially wherever you're at in the boat. So it does help to get that air circulating. And last, it just almost serves as a quiet, like a white sound machine, doesn't it? It works as a little sound machine inside of that cabin at nighttime. We go to bed kind of early, don't we? So if people are being noisy, this works as a little bit of a sound machine, right? Awesome. All right, Eve. Well, I think we've shared some really good tips today. What about you? Yeah? Awesome. Well, you wanna wrap it up?
Thank you for watching. Have fun planning your cruise.
All right. We'll see y'all later.